lot of houseplants that are pretty common that I found that are patented. What's up guys? I'm Amanda, the Botanical Brunette, and welcome to my channel. What if I told you that some of the plants that you have in your collection is actually illegal to propagate, buy, sell, or even trade? And that all is because of plant patents. Recently, I have seen a lot of buzz on social media about plant patents, but plant patents are actually not a new thing. In the 1930s, the House of Representatives passed the Plant Protection Act, which basically protects any new variations of a plant that was produced asexually and not found in the wild. Basically what that means is if I were to take a monstera and I decided to create some kind of Frankenstein version of that, no one's ever seen that, but because I cross-pollinated it and I propagated it and I did all my sciencey stuff, I created a new variation of the monstera. So I can actually go and apply for a patent. I could have that plant patented, and that is my plant. Now, patents actually only hold up, as far as I remember, they hold up only 10 years. There are a lot of houseplants that are pretty common that I found that are patented and that you may not know about. I'm gonna go over what exactly a plant patent is, what you can do to avoid it, and I'll go over some houseplants that I have in my collection that are patented, and also some common plants that I found that are patented that you may not know about. Let's get into what exactly is a patent. What does that even mean? A patent is a legal document that protects a creator from getting their creation stolen. Basically what that means is if I create something and I want to make sure that someone else can't create that in a lab or a greenhouse or a factory or wherever, someone else can't create that and knock me off, it kind of is a way for people to not get their work stolen. A lot of creators, like with gadgets and stuff, I watch a lot of Shark Tank, so I've heard a lot about patents and kind of learned it that way, but basically it just protects the creator from getting their creation stolen. So the Plant Patent Act was put in place to protect horticulturists from basically stealing each other's idea, from flowers, vegetables, trees, anything like that, any kind of plants. The only plant that it does exclude is tubers like potatoes. So any tuber type of plants are not patented at all, which is probably the reason why we have so many potato farmers. People who can apply for a plant patent are only allowed to do that if they have created a brand new variation or a brand new species of plant produced asexually and not found in the wild. So if someone stumbles across a plant that we've never seen before in a jungle and they want to patent that, you can't, because it is a natural reoccurrence and not a plant created by man. So you guys may be wondering, what exactly does that mean for us? What does that mean for plant hobbyists or plant collectors? What can you do about that? So basically, the way you can find out that a plant is patented is it will have a TM on the top, like above their name or next to the name or around the name of the plant. If you go into a Lowe's or Home Depot, typically they are labeled correctly, sort of. Most of the time they're labeled correctly, sometimes they're not. But if they are, you'll see that TM or even a patent number will be listed below. Now for small mom and pop plant stores, they may not have the plant patent or the TM next to the name. Sometimes they may not even be labeled, just be a price tag. So you can actually Google that plant. You want to kind of Google it anyway if you don't know what it is, just so you know, like care-wise, what to do. But also this will help protect you for seeing what plants are patented. So if you get a new plant and you're not sure what it is, trying to figure out what it is and then looking up if it's patented will protect you against any kind of legal action if the plant patent holder wants to pursue legal action against you for propagating or selling or whatever. There may also be a PPAF, which means plant patent applied for. It means that the person has created a new variation or a new creation of a plant and they want to patent it, but plant patent has not gone through yet. I know that Gabriella Plants is actually in the process of patenting their Philodendron Rio. Found that out, kind of sad about that, but I understand that, the same aspect, because they created the Philodendron Rio and they want to protect it. So I can 100% like get on board with that, just because like these cultivators, they try so hard and they make all these creations, a lot of trial and error to just create a new species or a new idea, or it could even be an accident. And they are like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. I mean, they work so hard to create that plant that they want to just make sure that it's protected and make sure that they are the owners. If you create, like any artist, they create artwork, they put their name on it. Well, you can't put your name on a plant, but you can patent it. And it also protects them against like me deciding, oh, I kind of know how they did that, or I can create that plant that they created, create it, and then say, oh, this is actually my creation. I made this plant. So it protects them from not getting knocked off. So when I looked up plant patents, I was looking at so much legal jargon, so much this or that. There was a lot of conflicting blogs and stuff like that. So I actually wrote a blog on this, and I basically took everything that I was reading on there and kind of morphed it into my own idea of what plant patents are and everything. So I tried to Google plant patents for plants just to find out what plants are actually patented. And a lot of websites give you like numbers, or they're very specific on the plant name, very scientific. It's very like above my head kind of stuff. I actually wound up finding on Costa Farms, they have a list of their houseplants that are patented. And it was way easier to read and understand that I was actually able to pull out about 7 really common houseplants that are patented, and I actually have 2 in my collection. So they're very surprising. There were a lot of other plants like flowers and stuff like that. There was actually a lot of outdoor type plants, and even plants that I've never heard of before in my life. But these are the 7 plants that stood out to me. So these are the plants that I was like, are you kidding? Like, these are patented? Like, what? The Philodendron Brazil? Like, I had no idea that the Philodendron Brazil was patented. The Mandula is patented. The Perlin Jade is patented. Like, what? Like, I have both the Philodendron Brazil and the Perlin Jade, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, I just was so baffled to find out that these houseplants were under a patent, which basically means you can't propagate them. You can't sell them. You can't distribute them. You can't give them to your aunt. Like, they're just like protected. And I kind of get that in a sense, like I had mentioned before, but at the same time, I feel like you kind of lose your freedom a little bit after you buy something. It technically is yours, but like now I don't feel like my Philodendron Brazil is actually mine. Like, I just feel like I just am borrowing it and I can't do anything with it. One way you can get around that, the only thing that I've found that you can get around that is actually contacting the patent holder. So let's just keep using the Brazil as the example. So if I have the Philodendron Brazil and it's getting unruly, or I want to give it to my aunt, I can I can Google Philodendron Brazil. I know it's from Costa Farms. Now, I don't know with like big companies like that hold patents. I don't know if actually Costa Farms holds that patent, or if like an employee from Costa Farms or the owner of Costa Farms owns that patent. I don't know who to reach out to in that situation, but most of the time they're just kind of like random people. From what I've researched, it looks like it's just kind of random people that holds patents on these plants. Now, you can reach out to them and ask their permission and just say, hey, I'd like to propagate this plant. Is that okay? They can say no. I mean, they can 100% just be like, no, I don't want you to propagate that plant, or I don't want you to distribute it, or this or that. So that's kind of, you know, it's kind of up to them whether, you know, I mean, if you want to even, I honestly feel like a lot of these plants, especially the ones at Costa Farms, are not that expensive, that like you can just give your aunt 20 bucks and be like, go and buy one instead of risking legal action to propagate a piece of a Brazil for them to have in their collection, when you can just send them a nice little gift card and be like, go ahead and buy it. But yeah, honestly, I think it's crazy. I think that honestly, it's nuts. I never knew about it until like, I would say probably a couple months ago. And it's actually kind of funny because like I'll see people like posting on Instagram or something, like a cutting of a Brazil propagating, and I'm like, ooh, what are you doing? They could see you propagating one little leaf and be like, I don't like that, and pursue legal action. It's up to them. It's really up to them, guys. So you guys can kind of do it at your own risk. But I wanted to do this video just so you guys can get an understanding of what plant patents are, and really so you guys are aware of plant patents, because again, I was not aware until a couple months ago that these patents were a thing. I have two plants right now, my Philodendron Brazil and my Pearl and Jade Pothos, that are both kind of unruly. Like, so this is my Philodendron Brazil that I've just let go crazy because it's not, honestly, like, it's so hard because I'm like, part of it is like, screw it. Like, I'll cut it and I'll propagate it. Like, who cares? But it's also not really worth my time if they want to come after me for that. But I mean, it's beautiful. So whoever made this, good job, because you did a great job. But like, I mean, it's just getting crazy. But you know what? I don't care. Like, I'll just let it go. I'll just let it do its thing. But yeah. So that is my Philodendron Brazil. And then I also have this guy that is also kind of getting a little crazy and unruly. This is my Pearl and Jade Pothos. So both of these plants are just gonna be chilling for a while. I'm gonna have to just let them grow. I mean, so just a little trick that you can do with this is, you're not necessarily taking a cutting, but you could like wrap like a long strand around the top, pin it down. I even use bobby pins, and the aerial roots should take into the ground, and you can do it that way. That's not technically propagating, it's just promoting aerial roots. I mean, it would be the same if I put this on a moss pole. It would grow aerial roots on the moss pole. So if you have a plant like that and you're scared, that is a little trick that you can do, is just to kind of loop it around. I don't really know. I mean, you do you. I mean, it's your plant collection. You're gonna do this at your own risk. It's up to you. I mean, it's totally up to you. But again, I just wanted to let you guys know what these are, what to do, what to look for, and yeah. But I feel like that just knowing that plant patents are actually a thing is something that all plant parents should know. And it's just good to have in the back of your mind. I know that for now, I'm going to be, every time I go to like Lowe's or Home Depot, I'm gonna be looking to see if I can find that TM or a patent number or the PPAF on all of the labels. I'm gonna just be kind of looking at it just to find it, because I've honestly never noticed it, but apparently it's a thing. So yeah, I'm excited to see that, weirdly. But yeah, so let me know in the comments. Let's have a discussion in the comment section about whether you think that these are like, what are your guys' thoughts on these? Like, what is your thoughts on plant patents? Because I'm so torn. Like, part of me is like, yeah, like, it protects the creators, the artists, whatever you want to call them. It protects them from their hard work from getting knocked off. But at the same time, like I said, it kind of takes away your freedom when you buy a plant that you can't just share it. I mean, that's the best part about being in the plant community. And, you know, I feel like a lot of plant parents are like the most giving people ever. They'll be like, yeah, I'll give you a cutting, sure. And they'll send you a cutting. And, you know, like I said, for the person who lives in like, you know, say Alaska, and they can't get a hold of a plant, a philodendron Brazil, you can't send it to them now because it's under a patent. So yeah, and again, it's up to you guys. You know, I just wanted to let you guys know, just so you guys are aware of plant patents, because again, I was not aware of them until a few months ago. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments what you guys think, and that's it for today. I hope you guys all have a great day and stay botanical.